Hi everyone, so welcome to the next of our Love Your Skin series. I've got the lovely Laura with me again today, and we're going to show you and talk to you about masking. Now, the mask stage is definitely something that a lot of people miss out. And some people mask just every now and then. So I'm not a massive masker, but I do love to use a mask, and I kind of see it as a little bit of my relaxation time. You've got 10-15 minutes with your mask on, you really can't do much else. So to me, it's kind of my bit of time out. So depending on whether you mask a lot or whether you just want to mask every now and then, that's probably going to make a difference to which mask you might like to try. So we have lots of peel-off masks, which are a powder, which come in these sachets. So if you don't mask very often, this contains 3 masks, and it's a great way to just mask every now and then. If you mask a lot or you want to really have it into your skin routine, then the Dermalogica ones are great because they're a full-size mask, and obviously you'll get a lot of uses out of them. So we're going to show you some masks on us and show you the different types of masks that we have here. So we've got the powder mask I just talked about, which they peel off at the end. So that's one that you kind of need a bit of time. You have to mix it yourself. So, one to do of an evening when you're having a bit of chill out time. Then we've got the Dermalogica, which you just apply and then you wash them off. So wash off rather than the peel off. Then we've got the lovely Hydromask. This is one of my favourites. So this is like a jelly mask of collagen. So we'll show you that applying it, and it's got a lovely serum infused into that, which you can then use to put on your neck and chest. And then we've also got the sheet mask, which Laura's going to show you. So much easier, really good if you just want a quick mask. You can just literally put it on, go about whatever you're doing for the time that you're leaving it on, and then just take it off again. So that's a really good, nice, quick one. So let's begin, and we will show you some of the masks that we have here. Okay, so I am applying the 23 karat gold face mask from Natural Spa Factory. This one is a little bit messier, and definitely one to do if you've got time. It's actually a bit easier to do when you're lying down or slightly
reclined.
Yes, thank you, Laura. So I'm concentrating on talking to you, but I'm also concentrating on putting this on.
She's doing a fantastic job. So the 23 karat gold mask, this is one of the Natural Spa Factory sachets that are available for retail. You'll find them darted around the salon on the reception normally. And they are great because you can get up to 3 applications from one sachet if you use sparingly. But as you can see, Nikki's being quite strategic in how she's applying it, because this is very easy to go the gravity to take effect, and you can end up with it dribbling down if you start from the bottom up. So it's always best to start exactly where Nikki did, which was forehead, and work your way down, and eventually it will start setting into like a rubberized texture. So tell us about the ingredients in here and the benefits of this mask.
23 karat gold, which we love. It has grape extract, it has pearl, and one thing to say about Natural Spa Factory is they're all completely natural products. So great if that is the kind of product you like. They're based in Bath, so locally sourced, and they have so many in this range. So you've got bilberry and chamomile, you've got cucumber. I'm playing with it too much now, I need to leave.
Tea tree. Tea tree's the other one available.
Tea tree. So it feels cool, so really cooling, which is nice. Really nice on a hot day. And it doesn't have that tightening feel just yet, but it's a really good mask because you just peel it off at the end. So depending on how you've applied it, we shall see. It might come off in one go, it might come off in a few sections, so we'll see how I've got on. But it has such a nice cooling effect. It's really brightening, so really good for a dull, aging skin. Really good for dehydration, which is why I've chosen it. I've been on holiday, so my forehead is showing some signs of dehydration. So this is going to really hydrate my skin. And I just think it looks great. I mean, who doesn't want gold on their face? So for me, normally if I'm masking at home, I definitely want to use this time to take a bit of time out. So 10-15 minutes, leave it on, sit back and relax. Although a couple of weeks ago, I did feed my children their breakfast whilst in a face mask. So I was rushing around the house, making breakfast, feeding them breakfast, and then went off to wash off my face mask. So it is possible to multitask. However, I would definitely recommend masking to be that little bit of time out for you from a busy, hectic day. And once a week if you've got time, if not, some people don't mask that often, but it's a really good addition. And as I say, the powder masks are a really good one if you're not a massive masker and you're not masking really regularly, because you've just got the 3 in here, and also you can change them up a bit. So you might choose a few different ones to take home and see how your skin's feeling on that day, and pick it based on that. Whereas if you're going with the masks that Laura's applied, you've got a full-size product there, so you really want to be face mapped for that, and actually have a skin therapist maybe decide which masks are right for you. Where if you just fancy a bit of a face mask with the girls, then you can just pop into the spa and just pick up some of these powder sachets. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that on now, and then we'll come back and show you when we're about to take them off.
Okay, so I have always been prone to breakouts. My skin has always been a little bit on the toxic side. It's always had very large pores. I'm equally a new mum who has not had a lot of sleep recently, so my concerns are aging as well. Now, these are 2 masks that I have grabbed off of the tester stand. So if you're ever here early for an appointment, or you fancy trying something, try these on the back of your hand, have a little smell, have a little play with the textures, see what you like. Because although they are very potent in what they do, it is personal preference. So you might find that something's a little bit too messy, or something's a little bit easier to use. So I'm using the multivitamin power recovery mask, which is from the Aegean range. Now, we use this in probably the majority of our Dermalogica facials, because primarily hydrating and anti-aging is one of the key things that people ask for. But another one that is a key trending ingredient these days is charcoal, because of its antitoxic properties, and the fact that this is so detoxifying on the face. You find with using this that you do end up with minimized pores. It's very active. You would not use this on a very sensitive skin, for example, and it's really brightening. It's really strange how something so dark can be used to brighten, but you see it with things like toothpaste these days. I'm sure a lot of people have seen the charcoal toothpaste and powders. Same concept. This will use a brightening complex on the face as well. So I'm going to patchwork. Patchworking is a really interesting thing that you can choose to do or not to do. Some people like to do a whole face mask of one and then alternate week to week and use a different one, and that is another way of doing it if you want to. But if you have both, patchwork where you can, and you might find that your skin's a little bit different week to week. And as Nikki said, there are some facial masks that are easier to use and some that are a little bit messier. This is one that I would personally use myself when I'm having my bubble bath, when I get an hour to myself at the end of the week, because when I'm putting my hair conditioner in or something like that, I'll let it work. Or if I'm dyeing my hair, for example, I'll put one of these on, because again, 10 to 20 minutes is perfect for one of these cream masks. So I'm going to apply on the back of my hand, just to show you exactly kind of how much is used. Now that's probably about 10 pence piece worth, maybe a little bit more. That should be plenty for half the face. Same on the other side if you're doing patchwork. So I'm going to do half the face with charcoal and half the face with multivitamin. So the two are actually very pretty together. The benefits of the multivitamin power recovery mask is that it's so nourishing, and it's got the vitamin C complex in here with orange. So you'll find after a little while that the mask, although it's slightly orange in colour right now, it actually gets darker because it starts oxidising against the elements. So that's when you know that your mask is kind of set and it's ready to come off, because the air's got to it and your skin's absorbed as much of the goodness as it can do. So everybody should always use a mask prior to moisturising in serums and eye creams, but after you've cleansed or exfoliated. Ideally, putting this on after an exfoliation, you're going to get like double, triple the results because you've got no dead skin cells there and you're nourishing all the lovely ones underneath. So I would always do this sometimes freehand if I'm using my fingers, which you can do as long as they are clean hands. But here at Vita, we use these lovely Dermalogica fan brush mask brushes, which we're hopefully going to do a little special on if you purchase one of our masks during the Love Your Skin month. They are lovely silicone bristles, which means they're really, really soft. So I probably get any dry skin and concerns of aging on my cheeks and up near my eyes. So I'm going to be covering primarily just a thin layer to the cheeks, and you can even go over the eyelid with this. It's gentle enough that you can do that. Some masks are a little bit stronger and they recommend to avoid the eye area. This is gentle enough that we even do this in the professional treatments and then put eye pads over the top, which are extra cooling just for a kind of anti-puffiness effect. But it is very, very plumping on any concerns of aging and any fine lines and dehydration. So as you can see, I've also gone over the eyebrow there. A lot of people avoid the eyebrow. I can understand why when it's those crazy peel off masks that kind of can remove a bit of hair in the process. You don't have to worry about any Dermalogica masks doing that at all. If anything, you've got skin underneath there that needs treating as well. So I'm going to do the same on this side, over the eyebrow there and on the brow bone, and as close to round the eye as possible. So patchworking is actually really, really handy if you're trying to combat separate skin conditions. But as I said, if you're also maybe not sure what to use, because you can use a couple of different things in one go. So this is this kind of very creamy, grapefruity, citrusy smell to this one. A thin layer is all you need, and this side already, it's only been on a minute or two, it's already starting to change colour slightly. And then with the amazing charcoal recovery mask, oh, this is just wonderful. So the charcoal itself has actually got quite a lot of clay in it. Clay is a magnet for any sebum or excess oil on the skin. So this is great if you suffer with oily T-zones or excessive shiny areas on the face. So you don't have to make it too pretty or only impressing yourself here in front of a mirror. I've got an audience today, so I'm going to try and make it at least so that you can see a defining change. So you don't want to go too far up into the hairline, just because if you have got lighter hairs, it can be a little bit of a pain to rinse out. This would be one that if it went into the eyebrow, you would really want to really rinse and scrub to get this one off. So this one has more of a drying effect when it starts setting. So you don't get that tightness, but you know that it's on. And it's better to have very damp cotton wool pads, a very damp flannel or cloth, or just water to rinse this off, because it does go very dry. Whereas the Multivitamin Power Recovery Mask, where it's a cream and it's filled with nourishment, it's actually one that you could just use damp cotton pads and remove really gently, and it just wipes off and it leaves this really nice kind of layer. So I bet I'm looking a little bit like a Halloween costume right now, but as I said, it doesn't have to be a pretty picture, it just has to be the areas of concern. So top lip, chin, these are all the areas that I get excessively oily skin. You can just leave it as patchwork on the areas of concern. You can cover the whole area. If you don't want to waste product, you can bring it down the throat or onto the décolleté, or you can even do the back of the hands for a little anti-aging treatment with the Multivitamin Power Recovery Mask in itself. But either way, oh, I look gorgeous. I'm going to leave that for about 10 to 15 minutes. The Multivitamin Power Recovery Mask will probably stop working after about 10 minutes because of the thin layer. If you wanted to leave it on longer, we'd recommend doing maybe a slightly thicker layer. But this would be your opportunity to get your slices of cucumber if you want, or your cold cotton pads or tea bags, whatever you use for the eye, and just lay down, pop them on, and just listen to a little bit of Enya or whatever you listen to. But that, for me, as gorgeous as I look, will be coming off in the next 10-15 minutes, and hopefully I will have a less shiny T-zone and very nourished cheeks. So I thought I would take it off and then do a video after, but I kind of wanted you to see how easily the mask can come off. So the Multivitamin Power Recovery Mask, that slides off the skin. You can see how orange it's gone after the 10-15 minute wait now. That's all that lovely vitamin C and all those lovely brightening products oxidizing. But the charcoal recovery, which has become very matte and very dry, this is exactly what I was saying about the clay effect with sebum and oil. So you can see I'm a little bit pink around the lip and chin there, because you've got to put a little bit more oomph in taking it off, basically, because of how dry it becomes. So you want to make sure that whatever you're using is very, very moist and damp while you're removing it. It is lovely. Your skin does feel, my pores in particular, feel very tightened. And where I've used the Multivitamin Power Recovery Mask, I feel really hydrated. So I went all the way underneath the eyes and over the eyebrows as well. And round there feels really nourished and hydrated already. So yeah, I'm going to remove the rest of it and then apply my normal serum and moisturiser after. And we're going to see how Nikki's comes off in a moment as well.
Okay, so I've left my gold mask on for 15 minutes. As you can see, it looks fabulous. It's starting to come away, so I can tell that it's ready to take off. So when you're taking it off, you want to look for a fairly thick part. Sometimes you'll do this and it will all come off in one piece, which is fab. Sometimes you'll do it and it won't. So we shall see. Now, it's worth saying, when you're doing this at home, you want to make sure that you apply it quite thickly. Otherwise, when you come to take it off, it will be really hard to get it off. But it doesn't matter, because you can wash off the last few sections anyway. So let's see. Also, with these peel-off masks, as I say, we've got lots of different ones that you can use. You need to make sure that you use cold water when you're mixing them. If you use water that's warm or hot, then it will set too quickly when you're putting it on.
Sometimes it will set before you've even mixed it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very sensitive to temperature.
Cold water. So then you can, if you're at home, you can just obviously wash off those last bits. I'm just going to use a mitt to get off the last bit. So such a lovely mask. As I say, the same peel-off mask is available in lots of different scents and for different skin types. So we've got the bilberry, which is really good for Aegean. We've got the cucumber, which is really calming. So you can come in and choose one that suits your skin if you like the idea. As I say, it's a little bit messy. There are definitely some easier masks, but this is really good if you just want a mask every now and then and you just want to buy these little sachets.
Also great stocking fillers at Christmas and for little presents. Nice
little gifts, aren't they?
Yeah.
So there we go. So already my skin feels really hydrated and definitely much brighter. So obviously, once you've done your mask, you can apply your serums if you use a serum, and then your moisturiser, depending on what time of day you've done your mask, whether you've done it in the morning or the night. If you've done it in the morning, then your SPF. I like to do mine on a Sunday when I'm kind of chilling out in my PJs. Or as Laura said, when you're in the bath. So we have a couple more masks we're going to show you. So we will get ready with those now. Okay, so for my next mask, I have chosen the Hydromask. So this we use in our Skin Breeze facial. It's made by Caci, the same people who do the Skin Breeze facial. And it's quite different to the other masks that we've been showing you. It's like jelly. And it's a fantastic collagen mask. So full of goodness. It's really, really cooling. Again, you can put this one in the fridge. So really nice if your skin is feeling hot, if it's a hot day. Really good for sensitive skin and really good for an aging skin or a dehydrated skin. So it's really going to add hydration. Now it's a bit fiddly to put this one on. So let's see how we get on. It comes in 2 sections. So I'm going to start off with the top section.
You might have 2 hands for this, Nikki. I just thought, shall I hold the mirror?
Yeah, there we go. You hold the mirror. So in amongst it is a really lovely thick serum. So it's a little bit messy. Just hold it up a bit for me more. There we go. So it feels absolutely beautiful, and it smells divine. I love the smell of this mask. Now, we use this in a lot of our treatments because it's so soothing. So we use it in our non-surgical facelift, we use it in our photo rejuvenation facial, we use it after in our advanced dermapen. So this is definitely one that you need to lie down with. So it'll be hard for me to talk. So pop this on and straight away, or even when you're applying it, you're better to lie down because it's so slippery. It's obviously not sticky like a lot of the other masks. You've got this beautiful serum that sits inside that you can put onto your neck, and you can massage over this mask. So I won't stay long because it's hard to chat. I'm going to leave this on and we'll be back shortly.
So we are going to move on now to the Argan Charcoal Serum Infused Sheet Mask. This is one of a few of our sheet masks that we've got available. Some are collagen based. There was an apple one, am I right in saying, Nikki? The benefit of these ones are purely that they are very convenient and very easy to use with very minimal mess. So they come in the same sachet as the powders. They're also from the Natural Spa factory. So everything's again locally sourced and very, very beneficial depending on what your skin type is. There is one for you. So this is a one application. If you're lucky, you can hold on to a bit of the serum that's left in here and possibly get a second one, but you're probably not going to get as much of a benefit. So I'm going to show you exactly what one of the Argan Charcoal sheet masks look like. They look like black tissue paper in a square. When you fold them out, it's very important to be careful because it's such a fine sheet that occasionally they can be torn. So just be very tactile. You want to try and unfold them to the point where you can kind of see exactly what's going on, and you will have little eye holes and little nose holes and a little mouth hole. And there we go. So as you can see, we've got eyes, little nose flap there that will sit over the mouth. And then we've got these very funky ear loops, which basically create like a neck hammock, which is quite handy if you want to get things done around the house. And this bit I haven't unfolded yet, but that will cover the neck. So I'm just going to prepare. Oh, I need my ears out for the loops as well. So I'm going to apply that, and it goes straight onto a freshly cleansed and exfoliated face. So straight on, and you are going to look a vision. Press the sheet into the face. It will feel really refreshing. If you want to make it extra refreshing, you can even keep these bad boys in the fridge. This is great in the summer as a little tip, or if you're ever so slightly sunburned or sun damaged. So smooth everything out. You'll find little bubbles occur and little wrinkles occur, little ear loops. This is going to look great. You'll love it. So you squeeze the ears in and it has this amazing effect. Okay, so as well as being really fun to play with, you'll find occasionally that it'll feel a little bit tight, but it shouldn't tear in theory. It should just feel very secure. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're pretty much done. It's just the throat, which I didn't unfold, but maybe I should have done first. No, we're there. So that bit, again, has got little ear loops on, and that's the neck hammock, as it's called. So that will sit underneath the jawline, and you can do the same thing with it. I suppose it depends on how big your face is as well, because I haven't used one of these on my face. Okay, it's not looking like it wants to stretch quite so far. So I'm just going to slide it up there and tuck and smooth everything on. Oh, it feels lovely. Okay, so this is infused with not just charcoal, which as we know is our detoxifying trendy ingredient, but argan oil. Argan oil, as we all know, is another very trending ingredient these days for intense moisture. So this is doing a little bit of both. This is perfect for your ultimate combination skins, where you may have a few dry patches but also spot prone, and also if you're very oily and you want to have that antibacterial effect on the skin, because that's exactly what this is doing. So instructions say to leave it as you would do any normal mask, 10 to 15 minutes. You can even go as far as 20 minutes if you want to, but with sheet masks you're at the risk of them slightly dehydrating on the surface. So this is perfect, as me and Nikki said, for your lay down relaxation, but also very practical because you can get on with things as well. So I'm going to leave this on for a little while and see what my skin feels like after, with all the serum goodness on there.
Okay, so Laura and I have taken off our masks, and we don't need to wash our face after these ones. So mine was the Hydromask, which is infused with the collagen serum, and Laura's was a sheet mask, also infused. So you just leave that on the skin and massage it in, and then you can go on to do your next stage, either your serums or your moisturiser. So how's your skin feeling?
Oh, it's really good. It feels a little bit on the tight side, but that's the pore minimising doing its work. So I know that it's done its job today. The best bit is the leaving of the serum on, because you feel like you're getting your money's worth, basically, because everything really has a chance to soak in. So yeah, I need to get some moisturiser on, but it's feeling good.
So often after you've masked, you do feel like you need a moisturiser. So definitely don't miss that step out. Because mine was so hydrating, my skin actually feels really hydrated and really smooth. So loving that one. And also with the Hydromask that I just use, it's a really good one for after any advanced treatment. So if you've had something with us and you want to take a mask home, it's a really good one because it's so cooling. Really good after microneedling or peels, things like that, just to calm down the skin. So thanks so much for listening to us today while we talk to you about our masks. We've got lots more coming up in our Love Your Skin series, so subscribe to our channel and hope you enjoy the rest of the videos.